in order to have something signed using Authentisign, there's a couple ways you can put the document or form into the signing process. You can either choose Send to Authentisign within the menu, or you'll have that same option when the form or document is open on your screen. You'll notice at the top I've got some menu options. One looks like a pen that would let me send this to Authentisign. So if I already have all of the appropriate edits saved in this form, this is now ready to get signed. I'm going to select Send to Authentisign, and it will put me into the setup. Now on the right side of my screen, I have some options before I send an invitation out to the participant. Signers, docs, tools, layouts, options. So the first step are the signers, and I'm going to select Add Participants, and it shows me some options. I can add myself, add a new contact, add someone from my transaction that I'm doing this signing from. That makes it real easy. Here I can select John, who's the buyer that I saved in the transaction. He will be my remote signer instead of a reviewer or CC'd on the invitation. I want to show another participant, so I'm going to add myself as a remote signer as well. When I hit select, I can choose whether I want these participants to receive this in a certain order. If John needs to be first, I can drag him first. The next step are the documents or forms that are being signed. Since I started the signing from the purchase and sale agreement today, it's already in here. I don't have to add any other documents or forms if I don't want. But I do have that option if I want to send something else with this purchase and sale agreement. It's taking me into the transaction I'm doing this signing from. It's also taking me to the option to upload something into this signing from my computer or third party or email upload, or from my files that I have in Transaction Desk. So those are my upload options if I want to add an additional document to this signing right now. Now the next step is Tools, and you can see that right now the signing tools that I'm going to apply here pertain to the signing for Justin. I can change that, and I can set some things up that would be for my participant John, or I can assign some different requests or mark this up for all signers. So those are your options here. Now you'll notice when I scroll through this purchase and sale agreement that the signing's already designed for my participants. But I want you to see that you can click the option and it will place a request out on the form for you if you need to manually set up a signing. Let me just show you real quick here at the bottom of this purchase and sale agreement. The program has already designed the signing for John and myself. I don't have to drag and drop these out here. Transaction Desk knows the layout for this form, and since it knows my participants are the selling agent and the buyer, it knew to place these requests out here for me. But anytime you need to drag and drop these requests manually, you can do so. You also have options to markup. So if you want to add anything like a text box to something that you're sending out to be signed, or the ability to highlight something on this form, or strike through, or create a freehand or line anywhere on this form, you can do so. The next step of the process is choosing a layout if you need. Now the system has already done this for me. It picked up on the GAR form that I'm getting signed right now, so it's already applied a layout to set this signing up. There's nothing I need to come here and do today in order to apply the layout. You see it's already applying the layout named F201 Purchase and Sale Agreement for 2022. Nothing to do, but I can adjust the layout if I needed to for that existing form layout, or I can come here and create a new one from scratch for things that I'm getting signed that may not be one of these GAR forms. Whatever's going to help save you time in the future. This last option here is options. It's titled options. And so you've got a signing detail, so I could rename the signing's name. Expiration date. If I want, I can set an expiration to expire at the end of the date that I put in. I can set a reminder for an invitation to go out to my participant in the next few days if they don't open this signing and do what's being requested. Now, once I'm ready to set this signing up and send an invitation, in the top right corner, I can click Next. Now, if you ever have the need to customize this invitation, you can make that selection, and it'll let you title the subject line of the email invitation and add an additional message to go out. But if you don't need to do that, you can simply hit Send, and your participants have been invited to sign. Now let's take a quick look at my client's email, and this will give you an idea of what it looks like when they receive the invitation, open the signing, and do what you've requested. Now you saw my office logo, my agent image. Those are my branding images that show up in the invitation. My client can select Start Signing. Once my client acknowledges the consumer consent disclosure, they can start the signing. It directs them automatically down to the first request that I've made, and then the signature request that's been left. They can complete the signing and be done, or they can stay and review this, but they need to complete signing in order for this to be finalized. They'll receive a message, congratulations, you're done.